The Cartographer's Secret. Hello and welcome back to Mind English Podcast. Tonight, we are leaving the modern world behind. We are traveling back to the year 1895 to a dusty antique shop in London. Some secrets are buried in the ground. Others are hidden in plain sight, waiting for the right person to notice them. Today's story is about a map that didn't show a location, but a truth. So, pour yourself a cup of coffee, dim the lights, and let's step into the mystery of The Cartographer's Secret. Chapter 1. The Inheritance. Arthur Pendelton was a quiet man who loved old things. He worked in a small antique bookshop in London. His life was very ordinary until the day his grandfather died. His grandfather left him only one thing: a locked wooden chest. There was no key. For weeks, the chest sat in Arthur's small apartment. It was made of heavy oak wood, smelling of dust and history. Arthur tried every key he could find, but nothing worked. One stormy night, frustrated, Arthur noticed a strange symbol carved onto the lid of the chest. It looked like a compass, but the north arrow was pointing slightly to the west. Arthur, being a lover of puzzles, realized it wasn't a lock that needed a metal key. It was a directional puzzle. He pressed the 4 cardinal points of the compass carving in a specific order: west, north, east, south. Click. The heavy lid popped open. Inside, there was no gold, no jewelry. Just a single, rolled-up parchment. An old map. Chapter 2. The Impossible Map. Arthur carefully unrolled the parchment on his desk. It was beautifully drawn, showing a coastline with jagged cliffs and a lighthouse. But there was a problem. The title of the map read, "The Isle of Magnus, 1750. Arthur knew geography very well. There was no such island named Magnus near the British coast. He checked every atlas in his shop. Nothing. The island didn't exist. He thought it was a fantasy map, a joke from his grandfather. But as he looked closer with a magnifying glass, he saw tiny, handwritten notes in the margins of the map. They were in his grandfather's handwriting. The note said, "It is not where you look, but how you look. The truth is in the light." Arthur spent days staring at the map. He held it up to the window during the day. He put it under a bright lamp at night. Nothing changed. The map was just a drawing of a non-existent place. Chapter 3. The Hidden Layer. One evening, exhausted, Arthur accidentally knocked over a candle on his desk. The candle fell right behind the map, which was hanging on a stand. Arthur gasped. He expected the paper to catch fire. Instead, something incredible happened. The heat from the candle flame behind the parchment made a hidden layer of ink appear. It was invisible ink, activated by heat. Suddenly, new lines appeared over the old drawing. The coastline on the map changed. The lighthouse wasn't a lighthouse anymore. It was a tower marked with a family crest. The sea wasn't water. It was a large forest area in northern England. The Isle of Magnus wasn't an island at all. It was a code name for an old, abandoned estate that his grandfather's family once owned, hidden deep in the woods. And right in the center of the new map, there was a large X and a single word. Foundry. Conclusion. The discovery. Arthur packed his bags the next morning. He took a train north. He followed the impossible map, not to a magical island, but to a forgotten piece of his own history. He found the ruins of the estate in the forest. Beneath the collapsed floor of the old tower, he didn't find pirates' treasure. He found his grandfather's old workshop, a secret foundry where he had invented important navigation tools that helped many sailors. His grandfather wasn't just a shopkeeper. He was an unsung inventor who wanted Arthur to discover his legacy not by being told, but by being smart enough to see the truth hidden beneath the surface. Sometimes the greatest adventure isn't traveling to a new place, but seeing an old place with new eyes. Arthur found something better than gold. He found his family's true story. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, keep your mind open. And presented the Mind English Podcast.